guys, I'm Kevin Davis, and this is part of our series that we're talking about how to use the internet for your detailing business. Today we're going to be talking about having a web presence that's not necessarily a traditional website. I actually use sort of all of these things, and I think that's a good idea, but if for whatever reason you choose to or are not able to, go ahead and build a real website. These will give you some other options for at least getting yourself out on the internet so people can find you via search engines, via Facebook. You can link to certain things, you can use them on your business card, that kind of thing. So we'll talk about a few of these. Hopefully this won't be too long, but we'll make it happen. So the first one is going to be Facebook, and I'll talk at length about Facebook. The next one's going to be Google Plus, and then some options like Dex, which is part of the Yellow Pages sort of back end, and they do some weird stuff where you can have a Yellow Pages site or a Dex site that's not really a website. It's sometimes you have control over it, sometimes you don't. Not a big fan of the whole Yellow Pages thing myself, especially not in print. I think that's the hugest waste of money, but we'll talk more about that in another session. But so out of those, I mean, there's tons of different ways you can get a web presence, but as far as our current technology that we have, you really have two options. Either use your Google Plus page or put something out on Facebook. And obviously, unless you live under a rock, you know that Facebook is going to be the most prevalent one of those. Google Plus is sort of Google's answer to Facebook. It's not well adapted. There are people using it, but the main advantage to using it is because you get some search engine optimization advantage from Google by putting your stuff out on Google Plus. So it's sort of this self-serving thing that Google does. So in other words, if you have your content on Google, you rank higher in Google search results, that kind of thing. So I would tend to recommend people do both, which is what I do, but in all honesty, I don't spend as much time as I should playing up the Google Plus side, and so we'll talk a little bit more about how to do that better in another video also. I keep saying that, doing it in another video, but there's a ton of information, so I don't want these videos to be 25 minutes long. So let's talk about Facebook. Facebook is a great alternative to building a traditional website. I don't think it's the end-all be-all. I still think you should have a website, but if you choose not to, doing the Facebook option versus not having a site or not having a web presence at all is definitely the better way to go. So let's talk about, they're basically the #1 social media site, obviously, we know that. It allows you to establish your own business page, put your pictures on there, put your cover photo on there, look pretty professional, you have contact information on there and all that. So #1 thing that people screw up, and if you go on any of our detailing groups, there's probably 10%, 15% of the guys that are on there that are doing this wrong right now. And if you're one of those guys and you're watching this, I'm not trying to insult you, I'm just saying that this is not the way that Facebook is designed for business. Basically what they do, and the mistake that's made is they're running a personal page as a business. So, you know, I have XYZ Detailing, and I've created a personal page as XYZ Detailing instead of a business page. And so you have to add these people as friends, even though you're adding, so it's like adding a business as a friend. And so the whole mechanism for Facebook and business falls apart whenever this is used in this way. And they don't like it, and once they figure out who it is, then they kill the account. So if you're currently doing this, my suggestion is to go ahead and convert your this pseudo business / personal page into more of a real business page. There's some disadvantages to it because Facebook makes you pay for you know, posts and exposure and that whole thing, but the back end side of that is you have access to insights and you have advertising opportunities, and it's just less confusing for everybody in general. You know, you don't want someone adding you as a friend when they're really a business contact or a fan or somebody that likes your business versus they're not really a friend. So it's better to use business for business, personal for personal. We'll talk more about that stuff. But so basically you set up a business page, you go under Facebook, and there's tons of videos on how to actually do the mechanics side of this. So, but you're going to use Facebook as your business, and so you put in, you know, your keywords, excuse me, your description, your website, your hours, your pricing, Put whatever industry you want to. I think I put automotive, and there's probably car wash or detailing in there as well. And then you can use that to post on a regular basis. We'll talk in detail how to use Facebook and social media in another video again. This is more of a high level thing. And then you can share texts posts from there on your personal page, so then you can sort of get more exposure to your friends list. But it starts from your business page, and you can run ads to get new likes. You can run ads for specials that you're using. They have coupon deals. There's different plugins and all that. So basically, you're going to create a little miniature website on Facebook. So you have a cover image. You have your own profile image, and those can be your logo. That can be a cool car that you've detailed. Then you can use what I do typically is I will post pictures and video of the projects that I've done, and then I post 3 to 4 times a week, maybe 5 times a week on projects that I'm done doing, specials that I'm doing, customer cars if I have permission, linking, and all that stuff. So Facebook is a great alternative to building a normal website. Again, I still suggest that you build both. And then Google Plus works very similarly. Basically, you have a logo image and a top image, but they tie into Google Local with your address, and there's some business aspects of it. But it's basically the same type of setup. So you can Google for how to set up Facebook business page, how to set up Google Plus business page, and it'll give you all of that information. This is more for high level, and so I think that helps. So if you're not going to do a website, definitely do something on Facebook, but don't do it in personal side. Do it as a business, like you're supposed to and like it's supposed to work. So that's my recommendation. I'm Kevin Davis, doing what I do so you can do what you do better. Thanks a lot.